Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 7 Mile Radio 2 Podcast. This is your boy Birdman. We are happy to hear from everybody today. As always, I got the usual crew, usual suspects in the building. To my right, the walking thesaurus herself, D Mac. What is going on?
Yes.
You got a mouthful of cucumber right now.
Oh, no, D-Mac.
Yes.
Oh, shit, that didn't even sound right.
No diddy.
Here we go with the shenanigans already.
Exactly.
No,
Here we go.
Hold up. Let me rephrase that. I got a mouthful of salad
She set herself up for that
that
one.
has cucumber slices in it.
What kind of
Only
salad?
Mark's demented mind.
What kind of salad?
It's a chef salad with bacon at it.
Extra toast.
Hey, Mark.
With Italian dressing and tomatoes and sliced cucumbers. Oh my God. I didn't
Hey,
even
Mark.
really think about what the fuck
Was
I
it a
just
tossed
said.
salad, Mark?
First of all, y'all gonna bag up off my BFF.
First of all, I didn't want to be
Lord.
here tonight. I pressed my way.
Well, we're glad you're here.
And y'all really
We love you, D-Mac.
acting like I'm about to put a cucumber in my mouth.
No, we love you, D-Mac.
We just cheering you up.
The fuck is really real.
Listen.
But
Don't
all
cheat.
is well. All is well. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
that
going to
is
continue eating my salad.
Oh, freaking.
I know every time I've been around a woman and she put a cucumber in her mouth, she was having a great evening.
I ain't
And
never
she
going
was
to hear the
ranting
end
and
of it.
raving.
I'm getting my salad next time with no fucking cucumbers.
See?
goddammit. That's the fuck.
We already off to a good start. Last week it was Jay and the giant blunt clip, and now it's you and the
Toss salad.
the cucumber.
Girl, I want
mouthful
to
of
touch your
Now, I done
salad.
tossed a couple salads now.
Wait a minute. We're gonna save that for another topic in
Oh,
September.
let it flow. Let it flow.
That cucumber thing, we ain't doing that.
That might have been a good story. You
Wait a
know,
minute,
what
D-Mac
that-
said.
That would be a good
Why
story.
did D-Mac say cucumber? Like 8 more people just tuned in.
Cucumbers.
Please rewind and
Get
hear
in the
my
comments for
disclaimer.
us. Get in the comments for us.
You had to be there for that one, boy. Damn.
All right, so D-Mac, how has your week been going?
I thought that was the purple thing. I thought that's what that meant.
No, that's
Eggplant.
eggplant.
Right, I didn't say I was eating an eggplant.
But
Any type of
cucumber is shaped
phallus.
the same.
Oh, they
Any
do-
type of
Oh,
porpoise.
Yeah, they be doing the
Popsicle.
cucumber,
Glizzy.
Glizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies,
Baby
studs
doll
don't
arm,
eat
they be doing
cucumbers.
everything.
Somebody was holding the mic like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know-
They do. They be using the microphone.
Now that I'm looking at the motherfucker, let me back up.
They do.
Like, I don't even want to talk no more.
Damn.
All right, the show is not about me
That's
and the
comedy.
motherfucking cucumber.
All right, let's get off.
That'd be a good show.
Thank you.
Let's
BFF.
get off Cucumber Mac. Jay, how has your
Back
how's
up on
your
BFF.
That was good. What up, though?
Cucumber
Big
back.
baby daddy. Sexy J. J Stu.
Hey.
Thank y'all for watching. You know we gonna talk crazy.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of mood D-Mac in. I'm gonna make her mad. She gonna fuss with me today.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not.
That's my buddy. I
It
look
don't
forward
take
to her.
much to make me mad.
Listen, and then to your left, Jay, we got tat 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 tat. How has your week been going?
You already know I'm gonna make it positive. No matter what bullshit come my way. So,
Yeah.
but I know I'm gonna tell you the worst thing that happened. So I was in the middle of moving. Yay! So thank you. But I was moving things and bumped my toe, and I got nice toenails, and it cracked. So the whole top of it, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, 'cause I feel really
Yeah,
bad.
she got on gym shoes tonight.
Yeah, so usually I have my
No
toes out.
sandals.
Yeah, not tonight.
Wait a minute, so did you
Done tapped her toe.
Did it
with
have
the
a
toe.
heartbeat?
say that 3 times fast?
Say it again.
Tapped her toe.
I did.
Toe,
even fin-
tap the toe. Did it?
That
Did,
sound
did
like
you
Curtis
have,
Blow.
Did your toe have a heartbeat? You know how ever have that
No,
little.
so thank God it
throb.
wasn't to where it ripped and like ripped some meat and stuff. Because other than that, I had that before. Yeah, but it's ugly. So I'm covering up my toes right now.
Alright.
As long as it didn't do like Jim Brown and I'm gonna get you sucker when he got shot and it was
He had that bunion. Cut me.
But other
Hey,
than that,
guys.
everything been good. Everything been good. Can't complain. Don't want to complain. You know what I'm saying? We can, but I'm not. God is good, and the people I've been surrounding myself with is great. You know.
All right.
Amen.
That's
And then
Amen.
before we get started with the topic, Mark, you gotta say it for me.
Oh man, what's going on? Same old shit, different toilet. Another day in Gotham.
I need the toilet flush.
So many damn kids. All of the stories that I've been on last week.
Did
man.
y'all
It's
just
real
realize
busy.
Mark just had a whole conversation with himself? He asked himself what's going on and answered himself, same shit, different toilet. He's like,
Man, it's like,
Damn.
Sometimes I'm two people. Sometimes.
That's all right.
got you. And then D-Mac, I got a joint concern with you.
who?
I got a joint concern with you. I had a
Let's
joint
get it.
concern with Mark last week.
Uh-oh.
What? It's Wednesday. What are you usually supposed to be saying?
See, I ain't really like feeling all that. But you know what? I hope y'all humping on something tonight. It is hump day. It's Wednesday. Let's get it.
Okay,
If you're
please
not,
call my
just
wife
let's-
when you do
let's
that disclaimer. I
reassure.
really appreciate it. Thank you in the
Hey,
name of Jesus.
Avon.
Have a-
Avon, Dave hopes he's humping on something tonight when he returns.
That's right.
You know, wifely
nah.
duties.
And then, of course, me, I'm doing good. I actually got on my SummerSlam shirt from
Yes,
Sir,
last
yes,
week.
sir.
I am a wrestling fanatic, so I drove down to Akron there when my cousin went down to wrestling. Enjoyed it. I am a wrestling fanatic. Yes, I walk around with a belt. Yes, I will defend my title at all times.
At all times.
At all times.
What's
At
your
all
favorite hold?
times.
Hold.
Figure
Wrestling
for a
hold.
leg lock.
Yeah.
Gotta go with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. One of the greatest.
That's back in the day when I was
Yeah.
watching.
He's still one of
That's
the
old
greatest.
school throwback.
Old school.
Junkyard Dog and British Bulldogs and all that.
Now,
Hold on. Shout out to Drew, our boy Drew.
you will not do this.
His favorite move that he has perfected. And I ain't going to get in your business. I'm going to let you tell it on your own.
Here it
But
goes.
the Steiner recliner is the old chic move where you sit on your back and pull your neck back. The camel clutch. Shout out to Drew Love on that.
Bad. So, Jay, we are continuing part 2, Baby Mama Flex. And before you get to that, I just want to have a disclaimer. When I first thought of the topic, it was to bash like ignorance and like you up here with 7 kids. But then there's a good side. Me dating, I majored in dating baby mamas. So shout out to Vanina,
Oh, hell no.
Jamaica,
He naming himself.
Dominique. Listen, they were able to, and they had one or more kids. They were able to hold it down, but they didn't promote being a baby mama. They just did what had to be done. Like, they could put clothes away and still make me macaroni and cheese and, like, red skin potatoes at the same time. So this
Yay.
was, shout out to them. But we wanted to touch on them more
Let me ask you
into
a
that.
question.
Go right ahead.
Because you've experienced the baby mama experience, and you've experienced the wife experience. And this may be a very unfair question to ask you on air, because I'm quite sure your wife is watching.
Got you.
But and you were different in different times, right?
Got you.
So did you prefer? Did you enjoy dating baby mamas?
I knew that question was gonna come up. So I when I dated them at the time, well, at all
And
times.
why did you?
Why did I? I met them at different times. I guess because I don't know. I guess I wanted kids.
But you
from
said
the
you
very
specialized in it. So were you looking for women with
beginning.
children?
I wasn't.
I
Looking
was
with
there,
it.
so if he bullshitting, I'm going to clean it up. I'm just
There you go. You was there for most of it. You know
You
what?
say you specialized in baby mamas. What does
So-
that mean?
so
you,
tell her
you
why-
sought out women with children.
I didn't saw out, but
That's what
every
he attracted.
He trying to think of a pretty way to say it. But that's what
Can
it
I-
sounds like.
Can I shoot something
Go
at you?
right
You
ahead.
tell me. So you was on the baby mamas before any of us because we was
Yes.
young and you was
Exactly.
and it ain't no problem because like I said, I have a baby mama. I'm just saying you were already moving that way. I think that you were at a point where you were ready to progress, so you were looking for women that had a certain type of drive. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't really know what you wanted to do, but you had it in you where you were going to try to get it together, but you just didn't know what to do. And I was there at a point too. I had got to that point too. And those are the points that make us men. When you get stuck and you like, well, we got to figure something out. We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then you just start doing something and eventually God gives you a break
It works,
sometimes.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It just works out for you. And I think that they were good for you then because those were the responsible women who did
Exactly.
things for you. What's up, T. Bentley? T. Boz.
Lisa Carter in the building. What's poppin'?
So to answer part of D Mac, Jay is right on that part.
Okay, but
also,
my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Answer my question.
No, that's what
Did
I'm
you
asking.
enjoy what made you a specialist of baby mamas, dating baby mamas, and two, what about that experience did you enjoy so much?
Number one, I love kids.
Okay.
So
There you
it wasn't like I could Vanina, she had 3 girls. So I would do stuff with them. I even after we broke up, I remember one of them had went to prom, helped her with her send off. With Dominique, she has
Stop
2.
using names. man.
I'm just saying, like, this nigga still got him in the brain.
Allegedly.
It's not that I don't have them in the brain.
No,
but-
just say one of them. Go ahead.
But okay, so one of them has beautiful twin girls that I still work with and help them out. So and my wife went like, and everybody's like, well, you're telling us when I first dated my wife, she knew my whole history. She knew about my exes. She knew about when I ran the after hours. She knew about all my stuff.
Right.
So everything I'm saying, she already knows.
Right.
So this was like date 2. She was like, "Damn, you talking and
What's
told
up,
all this
Monique?
shit," and she didn't run away.
Right.
But to answer
Boss
D-Mac
lady.
question, it was where I seen them handling business. They weren't like how we're discussing now, where they're lying about they this and this. I didn't know what one of them did for a living, but she made sure rent was paid. She even when I moved out, me and Jay was roommates. Moved out.
So
She
you
already
think
had a
baby
house.
mamas are more responsible
Yes,
because
so
they have to be because they're caring
yes.
for other
My
children.
thing is, it's a difference from being, and like I said last week,
Ooh.
the ladies that I dated, they weren't when they were baby mamas. They were raising their kids.
Right.
Today,
Yep.
they're just maintaining.
Not
And that-
all, not all.
But these,
We gotta be very careful when we
Yeah.
say they blanketly.
Some are.
Exactly.
Some are.
There are
some
some baby mamas out here about that life.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And they
My baby
in their
mama got a
kids'
degree,
life,
yeah.
They champion for their
Yeah.
kids. They're not just maintaining, they're maintaining every day.
And
you know what I'm
It
saying?
also got to do with the support, you know what I'm saying, these days as well. So a lot of the new mothers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and baby mamas, whatever, they don't have the support that a lot of the baby mamas or baby mothers, you know what I'm saying, had back in the day. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I used to love dating men that had children because I come from a large family and I love kids. And even young, so I had a boyfriend, and we lived together. His name was Maurice, and I know my baby mama Crystal probably on here. I love you. That was the first person I ever called my baby mama. I was young, she was young, but she was going to school. She had a house. She was trying to raise the kids and everything. And at first she didn't know that she can come to me, and he tried to keep us away from each other. And then one day she came to the door and was looking for him, and she was like, "I'm sorry." She was like, "Maurice not here," and I'm like, well, you can talk to me. And then she was like, no, I'm supposed to bring him the kids. I got to go to school. And I said, well, you bring him in here to me. And she's like, really? If you don't get my kids out there, girl, who you think they be with? You know what I'm saying? When you drop them off to him, they be with me. You understand? And then it was so good because we had got a certain bond. We still have that bond. I mean that bond. Like the kids still and so reach out to me. I love you, I'm Marquise Michael. She keeps up with me no matter where I'm at. She'll go, you know what I'm saying, come looking for me. Like we still have that bond. We were young. And then I had also experienced just being somebody's girlfriend when you have the baby mama just maybe on the bad part, you know, when they want to think that type of flex.
Use the child as a pawn.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see him if you still with her and this and that, whatever. Like, baby, you should be thankful that it's a woman like myself in
Yes.
this child life as well.
That's willing.
I mean, exactly. You could be like you see on the news every day. My heart breaks with the stories that I see. You understand?
So y'all, can we talk? Because we didn't really get to this last week. Can we talk about is being a baby mama a come up, or is it a flex over being a wife? And I think the only person that could literally answer that question in this building is a person who is a wife. I'm a baby mama, but not in the traditional sense, so I can't really answer that question. So, what say you?
Cool. So, as far as a flex, I I will say, because I've had two different relationships. No, one is not even a relationship. So I have a relationship and I have a situation when it comes to baby mamas. Okay, I'm gonna call Chanel my oldest two bonus daughters. Call her my baby mother. Not like a flex type thing or anything like that. She is awesome. They co-parent very well. I love that. It was never like a point to prove or anything like that because she also in turn was going on. If they didn't make it, she was still going on her life, and she's married now to a wonderful man. And so it wasn't none of that stuff. But then in my marriage, another child came along, another baby came along, and so this person, a baby mama. Whatever. I guess she thought that she had a point to prove or a flex or something. But she reached out to me and not with him agreeing to it because that went really bad for her. Reached out to me social media, my inbox, you know what I'm saying, found me, whatever. Of course I know you watch me every day, all day, learn something. So she tried to reach out to me like she had a flex because she didn't have this baby with my husband. No, baby, let me bring you back down to reality. There is no flex on no wife.
Wait, time out. You
Your
said
husband
she
had a baby on you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you had to deal with the baby mama?
I ain't have to deal with nothing. I brought her back down to who she is and what I am.
Well, you chose to deal with her because of the baby, right? Y'all have a better relationship now, right?
Who? No.
Is this not the person you're talking about?
Me and Chanel have a relationship.
Yeah.
My two bonus daughters came before my marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my daughters.
That's different. I missed something.
So yeah, those are my babies. Yeah.
I'm about to say, woo.
Here you go, Monique.
Girl.
What up?
No. But I do know people that have been in a marriage, been in marriages. So I know y'all watching, and we all discussed this before I even came in to speak my piece about it. So and I know y'all situation, and they actually, and I still be asking them like, how in the fuck did y'all ever come to y'all accept it and could be cordial, you know what I'm saying, with this broad, you know what I'm saying, whatever and stuff, and I understand, you know what I'm saying, because they have other children, it's their siblings, things like that, all that other good stuff, but me, as far as that other situation, no, that's not my baby mama, that's nothing to me, whatever stuff. Chanel is my baby mother. So anyway, the broad reached out to me thought she was letting me know something. You can't tell me nothing about that man that I married. I already know. Anything from him messing with you. You understand? That's what y'all hoes are out there for. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately.
Did she had a baby?
Yeah.
How old is the baby now?
7 months.
Oh, it's recent as fuck.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. No, I do not know what she looked like. No, nobody better not ever show me a picture. Like I say, I have my two daughters, my two bonus daughters that came before my marriage. Those are my babies. That's who keep up with me, and that's who I spend my time with and do my bonus mom things with.
So I asked a few ladies, right, who are baby mamas, who
That was
prefer
way
to be
too heavy for a heterosexual male. I can't say shit on that.
That's heavy.
I got to sit back and let y'all have a moment on that, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I'm just watching that. I don't feel it's appropriate for me to even ask or bother.
You can say,
But
brother.
I'm sure being nosy.
Ask whatever you want to ask.
So he
Y'all
doesn't
doing it- y'all having a
understand
good
how you're
conversation.
calling another woman your baby mama. That's why he said it's.
No, I'm fine with everything. I'm just saying.
So why did you say too heavy for your heterosexual mind? Because it might not be homosexual as it relates to
No, I don't mean it that way.
Right.
No, I'm saying because as a straight man, I can't say nothing else about that man. That's just the way a nigga's supposed to move. Am I wrong, Mark?
But what are you saying?
Am I wrong?
I'm
I'm saying
What
I'm saying I don't have an opinion on it.
On what?
On the situation. I'm just listening. That's what I'm saying. That's all I was saying.
Oh,
As far as what you do in the dynamics of the
Yeah,
relationship
how
with
that
your
work
woman.
out? How that work out is between y'all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not ignoring it.
Yeah.
I'm just don't feel as a man I should come and say why he or why she or why you.
Yeah.
It's best for me to
feel
sit back and let y'all have a conversation and learn
I feel
on this topic only.
Yeah,
That's
see,
it.
yeah.
You feel me?
And then with me speaking about it,
And that's out of respect.
it's never for, you know what I'm saying, I'm not looking
Yeah.
like I'm just,
Absolutely.
yeah. But
Absolutely.
that's why that's my dog.
Absolutely.
So I asked a few women, and these are the reasons why they say they would rather be a baby mama over a wife. One, they have more independence. Women are more independent now. They really don't need the headache of a relationship and a man to raise a child. This is not my opinion.
Right.
This is what I've heard.
Okay.
They have enough support help, a support network, to where they don't really need to have the man involved because of their support system is strong. So, and then I've also heard that, obviously a lot of women have experienced and a lot of men have experienced negative, bold ass relationships to where you don't even want to fucking deal with that fuck shit, but you want to be a mother, right? And you have women that come from that vein, right? Then you have those that feel like being a wife don't align with their vision for their life. I don't want to be a wife. I don't want to have to be submissive. I don't want to have to be at home. I want to live my life. I want to do it how I want to do it. I want nobody dictating. I don't want no leader. I'm the leader. There are some women that have that opinion.
That's
Right.
true.
And obviously, for real though, in 2024, there's less of a stigma, right, associated with single mommyhood.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't mean you living off the system. It doesn't
Right.
mean you on welfare.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because it's a lot of successful single motherfucking mothers out here getting
Absolutely.
that bag. You hear me?
Absolutely.
And so you can't
Me and
just
David
look
had
at
one.
it as a stigma
Yeah.
anymore. And some women are so financially stable
Yeah.
to where they don't have to put up with the headache because of child support.
But is it all
You know what I'm
about the
saying?
finance? Because
No, because it wasn't.
But
And
let
a
me
lot
ask
of
you,
their
how do you
reasons
ladies
weren't just
feel
child
about
support.
that? How does that, hearing that, how do you feel about that? What stands out to you? How do you feel about it? I have an opinion, but I would just like to hear y'all first.
I'm going to let Tag
Well,
go first.
Definitely, I don't have any biological children, but definitely if I did, I would, want it to be a two-parent home. I would want to be, in the marriage, and all that. Definitely. My husband and I almost did, but something happened. But I would definitely, at least I would have known I did it. I tried it in the marriage, and saying that it don't always work out. So a lot of these women, I'm listening and I understand what they're saying though, because of situation that get put in, and they be with somebody and it's like, oh no, that's gonna be unhealthy for my child. It's not. I can do this, without the guy. So I understand a lot of those opinions that D-Mac just ran down about the baby mamas. I understand.
So even though I read all of those reasons why other women have said they would rather be a baby mama, I'm going to talk to you from the perspective of a single mother raising a boy.
Okay.
He about to be 15 next year.
exactly.
Right.
I would rather not do it alone. Now, while I'm not heterosexual, I'm not about to be with no nigga. You know what I'm saying? To raise him. But I am intentional about having men, strong men,
Positive men.
positive men
Present.
around him and influencing him.
Right.
And so when I
There you
heard
go.
a lot of those reasons, what
Right.
I heard as a single mother raising a child who knows the struggle,
Right.
because I'm financially stable.
Right.
So I don't need child support. I don't need a nigga to do none of that. Right.
Right.
I can do this by myself, and I've done it for the last 15 years. Right. But would I rather
Right.
have his father active in his life? Absolutely.
Right.
Or present in his life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Would I rather he be a role model and somebody that can positively influence him so that he could be in his life?
Wow.
Absolutely. But that's not the case. And so when I hear a lot of these reasons, I hear a lot of I.
Whoa. You gonna get canceled. You sounded like a...
But I don't care because I'm a mother and I understand there's
Being
more than
honest.
just about what I desire.
Woo.
It's what's in the best interest of my child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so what we fail, and this is what we didn't get to in the last segment, is
That's
the
deep.
impact. We as mothers, and I'm saying we because I'm grouping myself, not because I'm grouping myself with the same mentality. I'm just a woman with a child,
Right.
right? We
Wow.
really have to step outside of ourselves and understand that we're raising a human
Yeah.
that's going to become an adult. And they're going to, because of they're not going to grow up with a well-rounded perspective.
Wow.
So can I?
Wait, before you do that.
Okay.
Before you do that.
Yeah.
Before you do that.
Got you.
Because what she just said is profound.
Okay.
And I know we like to be on topic, but sometimes we get too real and we got to be real.
That is true.
What D-Mac just said is real. That is why I said it's something bigger than just ignorant niggas and ignorant women.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's a systematic thing to make you think that one is better than all.
No, these kids
But if you
need
know your
strong
history,
influences. They do.
the bigger the group, the bigger the impact.
That's right. It takes a village.
And something D-Mac has said so many ways, we as a people, got to get to a point where we are working in a unit.
Exactly.
We got to work in a unit. This is what I wanted to say. We got to get to the behaviors.
Exactly.
The problem is we're not working on our behaviors. You got to treat people special if they're special. You got to treat people right if they deserve to be treated right.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I do.
And sometimes we just have to make better decisions of who we around. And and luckily, my son's mother is an educated black woman that take care of business, went to school. She, she's friends with David and his wife. We get along very well. Never a problem. I have nothing bad to say, but once again, I can't listen to a man complain about his sorry baby mama, and that's the woman that you
chose. And it goes
now,
both
I'm
ways
not
with the
talking
man
about
and the
the
woman.
extremes and women too, and I'm not talking about the extremes because there are extremes, being attacked or something happening the wrong way or whatever. There are those examples, but for the most part, it's how we treating each other.
We treat each other. That's right.
Are you treating them as good as you treat your shoes?
Exactly.
When you get home, you take them Louboutins off and you put them back in the box and you put them on the shelf and you close them and you put the pad in them.
Hey, Jay, let me acknowledge this comment.
Go ahead.
Charmaine Waddell, she said, I raised all of my children by myself, but if I could take it all back, I would rather have been a wife raising them in a two-parent household. Charmaine, if you're still watching, please chime in.
That's
I would
right.
love to hear your perspective. Matter of fact, call in. The phone lines are open, 313-723-0481.
And I do want also Monique to chime in as well, because when Charmaine put her comment up, Monique is saying that she did it, she was good, she raised 3 boys by herself. So Monique, Charmaine, I want to hear from y'all to see, like, is there a different, because it sounds like Monique is like, okay, I'm good, baby mama is not a flex, but I'd rather have it the way I did it.
Right.
Charmaine is saying, if I could go back in time, I would have been the wife. So that's why I want to kind of hear from both of them, because they're taking aspects of what we're talking about right now.
And what advice can you give to people that are tuning in and that are going to be in these situations in the future so they can learn from what you're giving examples of?
And I want to talk to this LGBTQRSTUVWS community, especially the studs. When you're coming into a situation with a woman who has children and has a male baby daddy, respect that nigga. He is their father. You're not their father.
Right.
Stop trying to take the role and step into a position that you were not designed for.
Flat out.
Right.
Let that man be their father and you be the stud, whatever you want to call yourself.
That's some real
But
shit,
you
man.
don't have those kids calling you daddy. That's just fucking with their mental.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I've never agreed with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your agenda or your identity is. Don't fucking mess up with the mentality and the concept and confuse those kids like that. Let that man still be in his child's life. Don't be intimidated. Don't try to challenge. Don't think you can measure up. Don't think you can compete.
We talking that shit today.
For real.
And I'm saying that as a stud
100.
who has
That's
dated
some real
women,
shit.
and I've always shown much respect to their fathers,
Right.
because that's their fucking father.
You know-
I ain't trying to come in and be your father,
But see, also,
because I ain't him.
And that even goes to, and that's some real shit. Because a few people need to see that. That's some real shit, and we'll talk later. But also, I talked to a few women that's considered baby mamas, and they were saying that, and it's not so much of the flex part, but it's best to show
Regina.
how they doing so well with their children without the father, because they were actually in situations to where the father then got with another woman, got in a marriage or something like that, or had other kids or involved with the woman kids and pretty much disregarded theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they whole flex is, look what we doing without you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to.
But see,
they're trying
that
to fill that void.
isolation and that exclusion is for you. and your self-aggrandizement is not in the best interest of the child.
The child.
And so when a child is taken away out of the home by CPS, for example, the state of mission becomes what? The father of the child. And their first objective is to do what's in the best interest of the child. Now, if the state can do that, explain to me why you can't.
Exactly.
Brandy Williams. Okay, go ahead.
Yay.
You got a caller.
What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Let's pick some more.
This is Charmaine.
Hey, Charmaine.
Hey, Charmaine.
What up, homegirl?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey.
So
We
what you got to
listening to
say?
you, girl.
So I was calling in to give my little perspective on the topic there.
Okay. Talk to us.
So, so I was saying that being a baby mom is definitely not a threat to me. If I could take it all back, I would have definitely been married first and raised my children in a two-parent household.
Now,
Why do you say
What-
that?
what
Can you
doesn't
give us a little
necessarily
more?
mean
What would have been the difference if you would have had a man in the household versus when you didn't?
when things got rough with my boys, I would have been able to have somebody, a male figure in the home, to help me with the things that I was going through with those young men.
right.
I don't have bad children. My children are good children, and I raised them the best that I could in church and in home. But if I would have had that male figure, I think it would have made all the difference versus, and then I had to work a lot to make sure that food was on the
Absolutely.
table.
Absolutely.
They had a roof over their head, clothes on their back. So if I would have had that life partner, maybe I would have been able to spend more time with them.
Wow.
I understand that fully because I work a lot. Well, I've reduced my schedule, but I've filled it with other things, so I still work a lot. But I think balance is the key to everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything in excess in direction versus the other is unhealthy. But as long as you can find a cohesive balance somewhere in the middle of the pendulum,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most healthy thing we can do for our kids. And I agree with you 100%. Because I'm not saying I wish I was married, because, I mean, for me to get what I want,
Right.
I would have to marry a man, and that shit ain't about to happen.
Right.
But I still would have preferred that his father was suitable
Right.
to be in his life
Right.
Yeah.
and have a
He had a guy to
positive
take him to the baseball
impact.
game. And,
You know what I'm saying?
when
Because
he's
there's
going
some
through-
things, don't you agree, caller, that with your boys, there's some things they ain't gonna talk to their mama about.
Yep.
It's
They
some
ain't
things
gonna
they
never
ain't
talk
gonna.
about their
We
business.
like to
Talk
think
to
they
me
gonna
about
tell
that.
us everything, but they ain't. They boys,
They
they
ain't
wanna.
gonna never tell you
They
about
wanna
their
tell
feelings.
certain things to a person that can relate, identify. They're not gonna be embarrassed in front of. Because I try to be real frank with my son, right? And I talk about the anatomy and all that type of shit. And are you, sexually active type shit? And he try to play the embarrassment role with me, but. Come on now, you 15, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
He don't
saying?
act like that when he talk to
He
his
figuring
homeboys.
this
To his
Right,
homeboys
right.
or his mentor.
Not
you
at
know what
all.
I'm saying?
So let me say this
Yeah.
and what's up, Charmaine? You know you my homegirl. So
Hey. Yeah.
so listen, I'm gonna say this. My son, everybody know him as Fat Man, even though he done lost weight because he play all these sports. But Fat Man he just don't talk to his mama about stuff. And when she getting on his nerves, he loves the fact that he can call me and say, "Daddy, she tripping," and he gonna put a little sugar on it. He gonna sweeten it up a little bit. You get what I'm saying? But he gonna make sure that I at least be a lawyer, and then she gonna tell me the truth, and I would say, "Well, your mama said this. This is where I agree with you, but I got to say she right because of this, because I'm always take her side. That's my dog, and I know she doing the best." Now, what I will do is when I get her one-on-one, I'll try to put a bid in for him. Like, nah, he'd have been on punishment for a couple days. We can let him up. He didn't do too bad. You get what I'm saying? But he got that lawyer.
Yeah.
That keep it smooth between him and his
He
mama.
has an advocate,
You
right?
get what I'm saying? And he can't
Yeah.
get that wild with his mama. because I will beat your ass.
And it's also important.
This my dog, nigga. Like I told him, I knew your mama before I knew you. This
Say
my
that.
dog, nigga.
Say that.
We'll jump your motherfucking ass, throw you hit your hand hurt. And you better respect my mama. When he went to see my parents, they called me. He was acting up before my father died this year. Last summer he went. He was doing his own thing. My mama said, he don't want to do this. I said, listen, you don't know, your grandparents is old. You don't know what the God got in store for you.
Do y'all
Get them
men
memories.
agree that there is a difference in the authority voice of a woman versus
Absolutely.
the
It
authority
Yes.
voice of a man,
Hey,
and the impact that can have?
It is.
Because I be looking at my child, he be looking like he's 6'1", I'm 5'2". This nigga got me by damn near a foot, right? So he be looking down at me, and I be insulted like fuck. I said, I don't like today.
Move back some.
We had a little discussion today and shit.
Right.
He just looking at me down like this and shit. And I'm like, I don't care how tall you are, bro.
He ain't
You know what I'm
did nothing.
saying?
He just ready to pop off.
But he ain't gonna pop off because he's not that
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
kid. But I feel like it wouldn't have gotten to that point
Yeah, you just
if
felt some
that
type of
bass
way.
was in my voice. You know what I'm saying? And that
yeah.
stature was in his face. You know, I look little as fuck to him. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I just pop my son in the head and he ain't even did nothing. I just want you to know I can whoop your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I got a girl. I
But
can't
I
do that,
really
so I gotta
believe
do
that-
more of a
I will
look.
fuck you
I
up,
believe-
nigga.
And y'all can with the girls. Y'all men definitely can, because a lot of young girls, they'll challenge their moms, a little more. But the dad is, you heard what I said. Nigga, okay.
Like
We don't do that.
it's
We just
amazing
gotta-
how
like I told
there's
you one
such a
time.
difference in the response,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Like it's amazing.
I know so many women with kids, right? Little kids, right? And I see them like without the dads around, and they trying to check them, and they sit down. But then when I say something, sit down, then they.
That's it.
Yeah, they
And I be
pause
and I
like,
be
I ain't
see,
never
and
heard
I be
that
like,
bass
right? And I be
before.
like, see, that's why they need that.
They need that
And then they say,
authority.
I don't understand it. And I'm like, you're not going to.
And I'm not
understand, or
saying
you
they
need to
don't
understand.
respect us as mothers
Yeah.
because they
At all.
do
It's
to
the
a certain
crazy. At all.
degree.
At all.
But there's a level of respect. Like if that nigga just decide he want to boss up, like I'm out. I'm a run.
Nothing I can do with
What
it.
was you about to say, DB?
He's 6'2".
Well, I want to say
6
this. Wait, Charmaine, you're still on the air, correct? You're still on the line. Can you hear me, Charmaine?
Yes.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so let me ask you this.
Yes, I can
so,
hear you.
With everything that you went through, you raised your children wonderful. Is there where you don't want them to go through the situation that you went through, or what is it now that you instill in them with how they can handle situations in the future?
I have been very open and honest with those children, with everything, to where they would understand that that was hard for me to do. And if I could take it all back, I would have rather.
Yeah.
So I only have one that has children now, and she's married, raising them with her husband.
Okay.
The rest of them
That's
have
good.
not had kids because they got to see what I went through, and they don't want to have to struggle like I did.
And I don't care what your financial situation is, right? It is still a struggle.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not in a
That is
position
true.
to where I have to ask anybody for anything, right? But
Yeah.
the more expensive he gets, and it's like, whoa, I wish I had some child support. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had another parent.
At least
No,
to buy
let me
video games.
say a disclaimer. I'm not a baby mama by natural causes. I took my son in at birth, and I've been doing this. Now, I did not voluntarily do this as a single parent. I would never have voluntarily done it as a single parent because I just don't believe that is healthy. I didn't have a village for him as a single parent because I don't have a village, right? So, but I was in a 10-year relationship with a young lady, and we got him so sudden. We found out about him on a Thursday, talked to the girl and her mom. She went into labor Friday, gave birth Saturday. He came home with us Monday. So we had 4 days to prepare for this little boy. I was ready, but apparently she wasn't. 6 months in the game, she decided this wasn't for her. It was a toss-up between him and her. I said, girl, bye.
Yeah.
And we've been rocking for the last 15 years.
Wow.
But I would never have signed up to do this by myself.
Right.
I ended up doing it by myself and realized I can, but it's hard.
Right.
It's hard
Mm-hmm.
being a
Mentally
single
hard.
parent.
It's
I don't
mentally
care
hard.
how much of a flex you think it is. I don't care how beautiful it think it is for you. I watch the impact that it has on my child.
Right.
I see what he's missing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
For me,
and
it
my
wasn't a
son-
choice, but for some reason,
Yeah.
women, it's a choice. But I want, when you consider it as your choice, to consider the impact that it's going to have on your child,
Yeah.
the loss or the lack.
Yeah.
When father and son donut day come up, I got to go with them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When daddy, father, son events come up,
Right.
I got to find somebody to go with him.
Right.
But he's still feeling a certain kind of way because it's not his father.
The speech that he's gonna give you when he grows up about how much he appreciates you for all of that shit is probably gonna make you cry, and I'm sure you know that. 'Cause,
I cry now,
I know.
even before I hear
I-
it, because I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? But I just want these baby mamas that think these kids, you don't need a man. You may not. Your child needs their father.
But I think
And listen,
everybody that's
stop
talking,
hitting them weird ass niggas, man. That's your fault too, period. Just
But-
like if you hitting these weird women, you weird too, nigga.
Yeah.
You got to make better decisions on who you
And
fucking
I'm not
with.
just saying any
Mistakes
father,
happen.
Just any
a healthy father,
Yeah.
a productive father, a positive
if you dating
influence.
somebody and it's not toxic and y'all been rolling and something happened, even if you're not together, you can figure it out because you have that ability to get along.
And then we can't, and then again, we're not grouping everybody, you know what I'm saying, to the same, you know what I'm saying, category.
Everybody.
I'm judging you.
Yeah, because you do have some women out there that really thought they was messing with the real deal. They came in Prince Charming, everything else, you know, and found out after they had the kids. So we can't just say
Yep.
that, oh yeah, you gotta
That's
know
an
who
exception
you
to
messing
the
with.
rule.
Sometimes they don't know, you know what I'm saying.
That is an
And I-
exception
and
to
I
the rule.
understand that.
Most of the
Yeah.
time,
But
you
when
fucking
you
with this
think
nigga
every
with 4, 5
man
babies
is Prince
already.
Charming, when does it stop? After 2, after 3, after 4, after 5, after 6? And I'm like, not only are you putting the mother through that situation as well, but you're also putting the child through that as well. And like, I'm reading some of the comments here, like from, and I do want Monique, and I also want,
What
there
up,
was
Nick?
another that chimed in as well because they have a Brandy. I'm reading Brandy's comments and Monique's comments because not only were they single mothers, but they're saying that they also had to deal with disabilities and one was autistic, so that
Yep.
goes into it a
Yep.
lot more as well.
You know, it does. I just watched, and it was so sad.
Wow.
I just watched one of a reel, and a woman had posted where her husband had left her because their child was autistic. You know, and
I
that's,
saw that.
you saw. Did I
He
see
was
it?
like, he ain't knowing, but he don't even
Yeah,
know
he
what's
can't
going
even-
on. He don't
yeah.
even know we arguing right now.
You understand? And it's awful. You do have that. These women really have to fill in the voice, and you know what I'm saying, and all around, you know, and it's sad and it's heavy on them.
And the truth is, you can never feel that void because you're not the father.
Yeah.
And
You can
Charmaine,
pretend
thank
like,
you
oh,
for,
I'm the mother
calling
and
in
the
as well
father.
and giving us that. I just heard her hung up, so I just want to make sure. Thank you for calling in, Charmaine. Monique, Brandy, if I'm reading y'all comments as well. If y'all want to chime in, also the number is up because I want to hear from y'all about how y'all handled that and y'all had children that were autistic with disabilities as well.
Yes.
And I want to tell you something too, Miss D Mac. I want you to know these hoes fucking in the parking lot. I know we talked about that last
I'm sure they are.
I'm
They
here to
are.
tell you.
It ain't
And
the
that's-
safest practice.
And that's
Yeah.
some of the best sex you gonna have.
And
you know?
also, I do want to commend some of the women that have made the decision that they rather be a baby mama because after knowing how the baby father is and knowing their lifestyle, what it could be, and to keep and to protect their child, to keep them. I do know a few women that their baby fathers. I can only
Yeah,
imagine.
he got to be a healthy influence. I
Exactly.
mean, if he's negative
so I
influence,
commend
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
that
You ain't supposed to have a
that
baby with
protect
that
y'all
nigga.
child and kept them away from it. What could have been, you know what I'm saying, a bad turnout for your child.
But before that, though,
what about
spend
that?
some time getting to know that motherfucker.
That's
to
what I'm
determine if he ain't
saying.
shit.
In the same for
And then the
men.
problem is, motherfuckers
Same for
laying
the
down,
men.
having babies with motherfuckers they don't even know what type of character they have. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe you know they type of character
Guilty.
they have because of their rap sheet, right? You got 5 baby mamas and you don't fuck with none of your kids. Why the fuck would you lay down and have a baby with this motherfucker?
And let me be real
You
for
know
the
what I'm
young
saying?
men. Let me tell the young men 100. Vagina is good, but it ain't the last piece you gonna get. I'm just letting you know. You ain't got to go all in every time. You can take your time. You can chill. You
Wrap
can
that
wait.
shit up.
You ain't gotta
Even though
hit
it ain't
everything.
100%, nigga,
You
wrap
gotta
it
know
up.
how to hold them and fold them. Because guess what? Mistakes happen. And if you took a chance on that terrible one, you can't complain about it. That's the deal you chose.
And that's what I wanted to.
So
because
I don't want to hear a dude complaining because you should have knew what kind of woman you was messing around
Exactly.
with.
And that was the reason
Motherfuckers
for
ain't
this
getting to know
topic.
You
It
can't
wasn't
hate
about
on your baby mama if that's the case.
It wasn't about the ones that's taking care of it, how to do what they do.
Right.
But the type that I was focusing against that kind of angered me and kind of disheartened my soul was, like I said, the ones not only that are throwing it out like that's the main thing to do. They don't want to improve or do nothing with their life. They just want to be a baby mama. But also the ones where they're complaining. So I was watching a video, and like I said, ever since I've been doing this podcast with y'all, I watch a lot of podcasts and stuff now. Mm-hmm. The lady was on there complaining about how she couldn't get a good job, but she had 3 children by 3 baby daddies, and she like complaining about them. But I'm saying, where is this thought process before when you went from 1 to 3 to 4? If you're complaining about you can't do this and this, and I agree with you, D-Mac. Last week you said as men we have to step up and show responsibility. But where does the accountability come in for the ladies as well? That's what I'm talking about. It should be accountability on both ends, on the men, but it should be on the ladies as well.
Can I talk a little bit?
You got to be accountable for you, though.
Yes.
You can't worry about the next person. And
do
listen,
what you're supposed to do, and make sure that person does what they're supposed to do.
stop assuming people are something. Ask them.
Thank you.
You get your feelings hurt because you got these expectations on people, and that's not who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on both
that's why
sides
you
of
gotta
that.
take the time to get to know motherfuckers before you lay
That's
down
why.
and bring forth life.
I can at least say I was kicking it with my baby mama. But I'm just saying, that was me being careless because we was kicking it.
Exactly.
I'm just be shooting it straight with you. But you go, like I said, you go hit a stripper. I don't want to hate on the strippers, but I'm just saying, if this your first time, you probably want to use a rubber. I'm just saying as an example.
Did you say probably?
I'm just saying, but you for sure.
No, but you
for
said
sure.
probably.
You for sure. And it's not nothing against the person or it's nothing against you. It's just that you're going to be upset because her lifestyle she ain't changing that.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to understand those are not women you jump out there
If she a parking
on
lot
like that.
fucker, nigga, that ain't the one you want to fuck.
You got
raw.
to definitely rubber
How about
duck
that?
on a parking lot pimping. That's
Okay.
what we call it.
Can we talk a little bit about how? Because I know I keep throwing it out there, and we keep talking about these adults, but the real victims in these entire situations are the children, right?
Children.
Yes.
So the negative impacts,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
One, if you're just a single mother, and that's how you want to live your life, you gotta grind way harder than a mom that has
Partner.
not even just a baby daddy or a husband, but somebody else that's financially contributing to the cause. Because you have to grind so hard, it takes away from the time spent with that child. And sometimes we mistake that our provision is translated into love to the child.
That's so true.
When to the child, they don't give a fuck about provision because they don't know about all that. They don't know about money
It's what
like
you doing
that.
with me.
They just want to know,
I hear you,
did you
Tracy.
show up for my recital? But you
There you
can't
go.
show up for my recital because you at work.
There you
That
go.
work.
There you
Because
go.
you have to provide for me by yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
So there's those economic issues that come into play. And we have to stop thinking that a child's ability to process information is ours.
Adult, right?
Yeah.
While we're saying, I don't want to be bothered with the baby daddy, I don't need all them problems, I don't need all that. What we're not understanding is that child needs their father. And we're just in ourselves like, I don't want to deal with all that. I just want my baby. But your baby gonna grow up with a complex. And she's gonna be searching for a father figure. Or he's going to be searching for a father figure and encounter the wrong motherfucker because he's looking too much for something that he's missing. And what we're not understanding is that while we're making independent decisions, we're making them also on behalf of our children. And what are we setting them up for? And if this happens in this generation, what the fuck does the next generation look like?
Exactly.
Because like you said, D-Mac, it was when you read those responses,
Yep.
I.
Yep.
I think with me, I had to get to a point where I had to I had to stop thinking about
Right.
them,
There you go.
her, him,
There you go.
family. I have to take that eye off, and I think that was the best thing. Like I said, when we talked earlier about me dating and mostly dating women with kids,
Right.
all the women that I dated, I can't speak for everybody else,
Right.
but I was looking at marriage
Okay.
with all of them.
Okay.
It wasn't where it was shacking up or.
You always wanted to be a family man.
I always wanted to be a family man, but what my mind was thinking and what my actions were doing were two different things. I'm gonna repeat that again. What my mind was thinking and what my actions were doing.
Wow.
Two different things. I can say I wanted to. I can say I wanted to be a father. I can say I wanted to be a husband. But if I'm sitting there and not giving my full effort, when this person is raising 2 or 3 kids, they're going to make everything and still trying to make me happy at the same time.
Right.
I'm one of those cats that D-Mac is talking about where I'm not accepting responsibility and accountability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
D-Mac said something so real. I mentioned it to DB twice this week. You said the niggas are making just enough money to support their habits.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. A lot of them. Not everyone.
That was so fucking profound. And guess what? We been them niggas, DB.
We have.
And we older now.
Yes.
But I've been that. I would argue I was that when I got with my baby mama. I was just, I wasn't focused, and I didn't. I just didn't know. I needed time to figure it out. It took me a little longer.
They will go and make money. They won't. They don't even want to pay child support. You know what I'm saying? Knowing they got these kids out here, but they rather go make some money. Make sure they got a nice enough sack of weed to roll up.
Wait a minute.
Fucking weed.
I'll give you an example.
Or they at the titty bar.
I
Exactly.
did.
Or they smoke. Or they. You know what mine was? I was gonna play the fucking game, and I was gonna go to the bar and turn up.
Wait a minute.
That
I
was
will
me.
give you
Jordans.
Wait a minute. So this is the example I had.
me.
So I do. I told you I do events for a living. So at the time I was working for somebody independent, and it was the baby's first birthday party. When I tell you the mama went on, she had a whole, and I'll show you the pictures later.
Right.
She had a whole zoo. She had a yellow, it was like yellow and white anaconda snake,
Right.
an alligator,
Right.
a chinchilla. It was a baby kangaroo I had to catch.
Keisha.
That was your first baby's birthday.
Right.
Guess what the dad was doing?
What?
The dad is outside trying to shoot a music video with a used 2008 Bentley. I swear to you, the mother went off after the party, and it made me think about that because, like Jay said, I was them.
Right.
I was thinking, okay, if I get my baby a new pair of Jordans,
Like D-Mac said, I.
this go
That's
because you're
what-
trying
it's
to
the
make it
same
look
for
like you're
me.
the daddy.
Yeah.
But bump the Jordans.
Yeah.
The Jordans.
Did I get formula?
Yeah.
Did I get milk?
Yep.
Did I make sure when she was crying did I rock her to sleep
Right,
at
did I
night?
feed my
That
kids?
stuff,
Exactly.
that stuff is
Is
better
what
than
matters.
I think
Doctor's
sometimes.
appointment at the school.
And that's why I got, and I should have
Go
said
get
baby
his
mama
ass
and
back in
baby,
school
because
after
baby
suspended.
daddies flex as well. They will show off and say, "Oh, I did this, this, and this." But did you really do
I
that?
didn't do shit.
Did the Jordans that you bought, did it stop her from having colic at night?
Right.
Did you have to go get medicine?
Right.
Did you have to sit up and do the breathing treatments?
Right.
And I had to think of that as well. Last week I was just putting it all on the baby mama, but I had a week to think about it with the conversation.
Yeah.
It's both parties,
both
the baby
parties.
mama.
But
and
listen
baby
to
daddy.
this. This is what I want to tell y'all. My baby mama learned how to talk to me, but I had to teach her how to talk to me.
But that also
And that's
comes
the
from
communication. Yeah.
Yep.
You
What it
can't get
was
to that
is-
resolve until you
There you go.
communicate.
And to
right?
communicate, you have to get out your feelings.
That's right.
So you can't be
Everybody
fucking around.
has to.
You can't be dating on the side, getting the pussy, because guess
Right.
what? The feelings gonna get back in there.
Yeah.
So you got to decide this is what we doing. We ain't
Right,
gonna confuse this baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We gonna teach him and we gonna be consistent because when things change,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna change or she gonna change.
The effects of a child who is raised by a single parent versus one who is raised by a two-parent household.
Uh-huh.
One, they have more behavioral problems because they're less supervised. They're less supervised because the single parent has to work day and night.
Those are the friends I went to hang with.
They have the propensity more so for anxiety and depression and a feeling of abandonment.
Yep.
And so while we're talking about I don't need, I'm going to tell you what you're doing to these babies. These kids perform worse in school academically. They're unstable emotionally. They lack attention. Too many responsibilities of the single parent that they can't help with homework. They don't attend school events. They don't attend the things that matter to the child. And so the child feels unsupported, right?
Yep.
Relationships. You struggle with forming and maintaining healthy relationships with other people.
Yep.
Therefore, there's less people in that child's life.
That's true. And shame
You understand
on-
what I'm saying? So I need all baby mamas
And baby,
and wives, because there's some wives out here that keep these kids from the daddies when they separate and all that
that's
type
so
of shit.
true.
So it ain't just baby mamas. But you're a baby mama either way it go, whether you're a baby mama or a wife with kids. You're a baby mama.
Yep. That's right. And shame on y'all
yeah.
that do that. You know what I'm saying? But also, my heart goes out to the ones that try to reach out and have these men, you know what I'm saying, in their kids' lives, you know what I'm saying, that just won't. So then they, like I say again, they're trying to make up for the hurt and stuff that they see the child reach out. They know the daddy know the kids and everything, but the child reach out, hey dad, can you be here for this? Or I got this coming up, or I'm about to get this, because they know their mama is the main support, the mama doing everything, and then for that father to constantly shoot them down. So my heart goes out to those baby mamas, you know what I'm saying, they have to deal with that, you know what I'm saying, as well. Because, you know what I'm saying, these sperm donors or whatever, you know what I'm saying, out here just want to, you know what I'm saying, spread their seed, you know what I'm saying, not take care of them. You know, I know quite a few women, also women, I commend y'all again, you know, that's dealing with them baby daddies, you know what I'm saying, that y'all have reached out, hey, come on now, y'all turn, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I've seen y'all tell them, y'all fucking turn or whatever it is, you know, but yeah.
Yep, and on that same point to the baby mamas as well, let the baby daddies be in their lives also. Don't let it be to where because you see them with a new girl or you see them better than what they are. Maybe it's not that they were trying to be better in spite of you. Maybe it's just y'all have to realize that y'all were like oil and water. Together, we weren't shit.
That's right.
But when we apart, we doing our own thing. We taking care of the kids. And sometimes you have to realize that.
If the main goal is producing a child in the best environment for them, why wouldn't you want your partner, you know, for your child to be in the best position that they can possibly be?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Why do you want them to not be in a good position?
That's right.
And I thought about Penelope when we had a subject where she did her daughter's birthday party.
Okay.
And I think it was either the son or the daughters, but both of the baby daddies for both her kids was there. And even though they're, you know,
nigga, you better fix my name when you tell my stories. Don't use my real name.
don't do that.
Be like,
not her real name.
my friend Pobert, look.
But what happened was she was saying that, you know, you have to put those feelings to the side.
Yeah.
But I think with DMAC, we have to also realize we need to think about all of this stuff from the beginning about how it affects.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know, I didn't know my dad. The only thing I knew about my dad was he worked with my mom. He came to see me one time, got into it with my grandpa, ain't never seen him again.
Right.
And I had to, and it affected me because I had so much anger from my mom that I didn't understand why she gave me away, even though I was adopted by my grandparents. My last name should have been Barnes. It shouldn't even be Bird.
Okay.
So, and I didn't have a relationship with my mom till I was 22.
Okay.
And we're the best now. Her birthday, and I always joke that she pushed me out a day early so she could celebrate her 25th because my birthday the day before hers. But we have to realize, and like D-Mac said, the effect that it's having, because I thought until I got into my 30s, you didn't love me unless we was fucking.
Okay.
I didn't know what real love was like with a person.
Okay.
And like I said, the decisions we make when we say we have to remember it also affects them as well.
That's right.
And that's from the horse's mouth.
When you're a parent.
That's from the horse's mouth right there.
I leaves your vocabulary as soon as you become a parent.
It should.
You know what I struggle with though is forgiveness. I'm a Sagittarius, Swaggitarius, excuse me. The W is only silent in Dutch.
Baby.
And, you know, I'm not sensitive, but I take shit personal.
Yes, y'all do.
And when I feel like you trying to play me, I ain't gonna react. But I ain't gonna fuck with you. And I'm gonna still be smooth with you. I ain't gonna never hate on you. Talk down. But you gonna feel it. You gonna feel the difference in energy because it's gonna be just a straight politician. How you doing? Great to see you. December 2nd. Britney Spears.
Yay!
I seen that.
That's my nugget birthday.
The 13th.
The GOAT life. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't say Libra. I don't know why y'all.
We
no,
thinkers.
We're not gonna do that today.
We
Absolutely.
thinkers.
Right, Taurus.
You know.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right, y'all. We gotta wrap it up. What's
Yes,
the
we
final
do.
thoughts?
I'll go first. Yeah. So, to all the
Who was
mothers,
that? No Diddy.
don't do that.
Yeah. Hawk tour.
No. So, my final thought is, after these 2 episodes, we have to do change behaviors. We got to break these generational curses. I understand if you made a mistake, mistakes happen. But we have to learn from mistakes and not continue to promote. I feel sometimes we promote the mistake to make it look like it's not a mistake. Oh, if I make it look like it's glamorous, then I'm hiding my fault and my mistake. We gotta stop doing that. That's my final thought.
That's heavy.
So you got to keep it real.
You have to keep it
What's
real.
your final thought, Jay?
Thank y'all for having me. You know, like I mentioned a couple times on the show, my father passed this year. When I went to see him last, the first thing he said was, and shout out to my Uncle Robert, he was in the room with me. He said, son, I want you to go and do what you got to do. If you want to do that podcast, go do it. Take it serious and do your best. And be cooperative and learn. So I hope you see I'm trying that. I appreciate that opportunity. Y'all didn't know that, but that's how God works. You get what I'm saying? I appreciate this topic. Like I said, after a week, like David, I was able to see it from a different point of view. We doing the best we can do. That's all we doing. We just doing the best we can do. You know, a lot of us just don't know how to treat other people because we haven't been taught how to treat people. Right. And then by the time we get somebody good and we don't have the training, you know, it takes experience. It takes experience.
And you fuck it up.
And you have to learn forgiveness.
That's right.
Because you need the forgiveness.
That's right.
You have to learn grace because you need it. But I love y'all. Thank you. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yay.
Chad, what's your final thought?
My final thoughts is it all boils down to, we talking about baby mamas and baby daddies. It boils down to the kids, okay? And I'm speaking to both of y'all, both parties. Yes, please, if you can, if they're not coming in wolves in sheep clothing, and you pretty much know what this person is about, so then you made the informed decision on how it's going to be, you know, say if you decide to bring kids in with this person. Ladies, if you do have men that are trying to be active and be there in their children's lives, and you just on some bullshit, get off your bullshit. Okay, I wish I could come around and push you off your bullshit. Men, you out here putting these kids out here, please be man enough to take care of these kids and be in their lives. There's too much shit going on with our kids out here these days.
Quit hitting everything.
They need everything. And quit hitting on these kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Love on these kids, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need. And that's my final thought.
My final thought is, baby mamas, you're more than individuals. You're baby mamas, which means you have a responsibility as a mama to make sure that child is well-rounded and their mental health is secure. I don't care if it's a daughter or a son.
Yeah.
I can see from my son's perspective the need for a father.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can see from my upbringing the need for a father.
Right.
So, ladies, take pride in your ability to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Be independent, be strong. But recognize it ain't just about you. Your kid needs all those other extensions that are necessary for normal development. And we out this motherfucker.
Y'all have
You
a good
sound
evening.
like you need to be on like spoken word night.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.